Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader. We're here on the planet of Epitaph, the planetoid, where we have found this large Necron facility that Calcazar and Theodora had discovered, and Calcazar has sort of taken it over now that Theodora is out of the picture. And they're doing something that even the Necrons here aren't too thrilled with. So we need to get to Calcazar and stop him by whatever means necessary. Deactivate the shield. The Lord Inquisitor is expecting the Rogue Trader below. Oh, is he? Might want to stay there to activate it again when I come back.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
The surviving soldiers bear grave wounds inflicted by Goss weapons. Even the most skilled Kyrugan would likely be powerless to heal them. Alright. Down in the Epitaph. What are you planning, Calcazar? What's the goal here? Is he trying to make himself some sort of ruler of the Expanse? Is he looking beyond the Expanse? Is he doing this all for the Emperor? I don't know. Does he have some sort of like vengeance planned on the Xenos? What is going on? That looks dangerous. Okay.
The world will bow.
The world will bow. Oh. Hi. Reality bubbles before you and bursts with an agonizing shriek. A few silhouettes now stand in your way. 3 of them seem to have your face, and yet the differences are striking. Each has been marked by other accomplishments and different experiences, making you feel like the protagonist of a tale about a pair of twins separated at birth. Righteous reflection. Emperor, bestows strength upon me to smite yet another obstacle as I carry out your will. Cursed reflection. My master, changer of ways, is this your making? No, I can feel it is not. You are not playing tricks on me. You are sending me prey for a great sacrifice. Glorious reflection. Is there some ironic lesson in what is going on? Should I be looking in the mirror a little less? Or perhaps try to look at myself from the outside? Or is this a hint that I am my own worst enemy? I shall ponder this in my memoir. Look at where your doppelgangers came from. The blatant abuse of the fabric of existence is causing the motes of reality to flare up. You see the mirages of the Cronus Expanse in their glow, altered past recognition by the decisions you have made, or could have made in some other world. Okay, so this is like a, you're seeing the heretical version, the dogmatic, and the iconoclast version, I'm guessing? Who are you? Your replica smiles in understanding. I am Imogen von Valancius the Magnificent. And if I know myself, which I most certainly do, you are now pondering what that makes you. The answer is simple. You are my reflection from a less glorious reality, a product of the malign influence of the treasure that I seek. The doppelganger makes the sign of the Aquila and utters, I am a blazing paragon of humanity, unbroken by tribulations, the first to venture into the darkness without fear, and the one who unites and brings back that which was forfeited. I am a rogue trader of the God Emperor. The last doppelganger smiles coyly. Speaking of me, I am the only version of ourselves who chose the path to true power. I serve the Master, the changer of ways, and I already chanced upon my reflection in his dreams. which is why I'm the only one without a dumbstruck expression on my face. So you are me. Truth stems from the Emperor. You are lacking it, which means you are not the true Von Valancius, but a flawed replica born out of a flawed reality. Address the arrogant copy. You seem to think you are better than the rest of us, don't you? And yet, I was the only one clever enough to become the mistress of my own fate, and not be reduced to someone else's plaything or slave to dogma. Why do you seek to enter the crypt? I came to claim the treasure, whatever it is. Theodora found it, which makes it mine. Xavier will regret trying to steal from my dynasty. And I become very principled and vengeful where my treasure hoard is concerned. I wonder how you acquired such an ego. The lack of pointless advice, I presume. On the day Conrad killed Theodora, all of her officers died with her, including Mort, Abelard, Adira, Raver, Vigdis. When I came into my inheritance, there was no one to teach me how to be a rogue trader. I handled everything myself and found out who Theodora von Valancius really was. That's actually impressive. A narcissistic, unscrupulous, self-serving bitch who lied to everyone. I admit I regretted not getting the chance to know her better. I embraced her principles and realized that literally everyone in the Karanis Expanse was out to take advantage of me. The Drusians and the pirates, the Adeptus Mechanicus and the Casbalica, Calcazar and Uralon. And so the puppet pulled at the strings and made its master dance. I dare say, things turned out well for me. I would ask your ladyship to watch your language as you speak of her ladyship Theodora. I do not know how it is in your reality, but in ours it is customary to mind one's manners. Shut up, servant. In our reality, it is customary for lackeys not to interfere in the affairs of their betters. Tisiphone, my sworn friend and the most overbearing shrew in all of the Expanse. Of course, you're here as well. The copy nods meaningfully at Cassia. Nice to see you in the thick of things as usual. The mention of the former novator of the house makes Cassia flinch. What? I think you mistake me for someone else. Indeed. In this rancid reality, you are some kind of pathetic parody of yourself. Have you achieved much without loyal allies? Indeed I have. I am the most influential figure in the entire Expanse. Caligos was slain by the Xenos, and his successor, Yvain, became my puppet. And Cyndia chases pirates, not realizing it is me who's raiding her colonies. I was able to make a pact with the cabal of the Reaving Tempest against Calcazar, forcing him to flee. I undertook a dozen expeditions into the unknown, moved the dynasty capital to Footfall, named Ladame my governor, and made Hieronymus my cardinal. Not too bad for a novice, wouldn't you say? That is impressive. You're a parody of what a rogue trader is supposed to be. Quite the epitome of hubris, greed, and brazenness. So you tricked everyone in the end. Nicely done. I feel sorry for you. You had to shoulder the burden of power all on your own. I do. Rubbish. The burden of power is a fiction invented by the powerful to shield themselves against envy. I did just fine on my own and proved that I need no one else. Do you hear me? No one. Emperor. What an insufferably smug, arrogant, and childishly insolent creature. How can a single rogue trader embody everything they are loathed for? Address the cursed copy. So one of my versions chose to serve the archenemy. I do not serve. I reign. You grovel, but I dominate and rise even higher. Adira. Adira opens her mouth, and you see the blackness between her teeth in place of her tongue. 100 otherworldly warped voices speak instead of her voice. The master requests a sacrifice, a living sacrifice. Toss them into the warp. Their paths will be unraveled and woven into yours. Adira the Insidious. Why did you come to Epitaph? My master, the changer of ways, directed me here and revealed my destiny. This is where I will cut short the life of the corpse emperor's champion and claim the great trophy. This is where I am fated to become one with the warp. I wonder at what point your soul was tainted by heresy. It happened on the day Conrad Voigtveer wounded me with the cursed blade. From then on, I started hearing voices. Fortunately, my companion Adira taught me how to avoid going insane, and I began to listen to and heed their wisdom. They revealed secrets to me and whispered the dark rituals. I raided the Von Valancius crypt, made a dark offering of Theodora's skull and enslaved her spirit. I learned all of her dirty secrets, all of her lies. Wonder if all these things are things you can do. I don't know. Seems not likely. I saw the full picture and realized that only the strongest survive in the expanse, and any strength is good enough to survive. I think bits of these things you can do, probably. In short, you've gone from being a rogue trader to being a piece of cracking shit. This is very interesting, but shut up. Ulfar shifts his gaze to you. I've just realized I've not given your spiritual fortitude the credit it deserves, Edvetter. Have you achieved much on your profane path? Oh, I have. My empire is no paltry protectorate. It stretches across Winterscale's domain and the worlds of Korda, with my brother Conrad as regent. Together we rule many planets. I deceived Erelon the Fool and banished him from the Expanse after subverting his cult. I taught the brazen Drakari a lesson by sending the Orselio navigators into Kamaro to cause the most powerful disjunction in history. On Quetzaltemur, I struck down the furious Caligos, a rival for the favor of the Dark Gods, and used his blood to make a pact with the Edge of Daybreak, my illustrious teacher. Emperor, why do you so rarely send me heretics who are this eager to confess? My job would be so much easier. House Orselli would never swear allegiance to someone like you. We follow his light, and you are a twisted chaos incarnate. You are disgusting. This is something hilarious. There's something hilarious about the way you are reveling in your own villainy. Words are no longer necessary. Indeed, I see a future without words, or you. Your faith seems to be stronger than that of us all combined. I remember in whose name the sacred warrant was granted. I remember by whose hand I am ordained to exist. I believe, and my faith is a bright light, driving back the darkness, but your faith is cold embers. When I look at you, I feel ashamed of myself. Did you come here to help, Kalkazar? The future is not known to me. The Lord Inquisitor did not give me the full details of Operation Precious Sentinel, but he mentioned its importance to the entire Imperium. I have come to lend him my aid, or to stop him if his plans go against the will of the God Emperor. Your doppelganger vigorously chops the air with her hand, and you notice some stiffness in the movement as well as a subtle grimace of pain. As you look closer, you realize that lurking under your replica's clothes are chains of penance, with jagged hooks digging into her flesh. Jeez. Such instruments of humility are only worn by the most fervent believers. Cassia covers her eyes with her hand and shakes her head sorrowfully. The heat of your hues is blinding, Lord Captain. Scarlet and gold shroud your very essence in an overpowering radiance, but deep inside, I see a palpitating smudge of sable blue, which you have banished, which you loathe, and which ruins the perfection of the image. Are you afraid of a misstep? Of loneliness? Of the Emperor turning away from you? Do not dare lay your accursed eyes on me. The copy roars, deafeningly loud. How'd you even survive the cleansing of Yurak 5, monster of House of Celio? Felix and I crushed your mad followers and purged the Navigator House of Corruption. Did your heretical powers enthrall my copy's weak spirit in this reality? How ignoble. How disgraceful. Where did such piety come from? It filled me on the day that Sister Argenta and I executed Theodora for heresy. There we have it. I saw all her wickedness and depravity, and felt unclean, stained by her blood. So I swore to redeem the name of the dynasty. So, I had looked this up when I heard about it. When I was told I should... To make sure I learn about who killed Theodora. And, I wanted to know if I had missed it. And I had. If you take Argenta with you in Act 3, she will confess to you that she killed Theodora. Now, from what I hear online, this wasn't done super well. Like, there's not really any consequences. At least from my quick glance at things. Which frustrated a lot of players. But, yeah. Argenta is the one who killed Theodora. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why. I didn't look that up, but... yeah, I guess that's why she's there. So she's got Adira, the other one's got Cassia, and you've got Argenta. The Lord Inquisitor from your reality must be pleased with you. And how many feats of faith have you accomplished? Such strong faith commands respect. It looks like this version of me became a mindless zealot. It'll be my pleasure to end you for Theodora. I've heard enough. How many feats of faith have you accomplished? Not yet enough. I struck down Caligo's Winter Scale, a champion of Khorne, in the ruins of Darganas. I wonder if that's true. That's the second time we've heard that he's a servant of dark gods of the archenemy. I joined forces with the benevolent Incendia Corda to purge the cult of the Final Dawn when they incited a rebellion and used Footfall to summon a greater demon named the Edge of Daybreak. The unclean spirit is now sealed within the station, and I have proclaimed forsaken forever. Oh wow, Footfall's gone. Or forbidden. Ulfar shifts an approving glance from your double to you, then mutters quietly into his beard. I'll be. He is your advatar still. Changing sides would be... No. Hey, we killed the Edge of Daybreak, so we're better. After the purging of Yanis, the Xenos of Krudarach, and the Cabal of the Reaving Tip has forged a profane alliance against my protectorate, but with the noble Space Wolves, I defeated their combined forces and banished them from the Expanse. Ulfar rumbles heartily. Ha! That must have been a glorious hunt, but maybe it will come to pass in our world too. Your faith demands respect. I am ready to acknowledge your repentance and dispense justice. The situation has just become complicated. How are we going to resolve it? We shall fight. I sense your soul's greedy interest in what is hidden in this crypt, and I will not let you take possession of the blasphemous thing. But I see we are outnumbered compared to you, Doppelganger. I think it would be wise to join forces, topple you first, and then resolve the conflict between those who have survived. I concur. We will finish off the one with the biggest retinue first, and then decide who is worthy of the prize. However, I already know who it's going to be. I'm giving you a chance to settle this affair peacefully and avoid self-destruction, in every sense of the word. The Emperor is with me, and that means you are going to fall. Now I'll show you who is the original and who the imperfect replicas. I will not share the contest of your crypt with anyone. Die. This version of reality has no need for you. Farewell, the ones never meant to be. I'll give you a chance. A great deed is not accomplished by peacemaking. It is accomplished by spilling blood with a righteous hand.
The absurdity of your struggle amuses me.
Suffer not the heretic to live.
Okay. Definitely gonna have Abelard kill the ones that killed Theodora. You're gonna go after the heretic. Everybody else can line up here. Or just about. Alright. Sworn enemy.
At your beck and call. Indeed.
Reckless strike. Charger.
Victory is imminent.
Good damage.
Cleanses the body.
Scream at him. Endure.
I will do my
Defensive
duty.
stance. Alright, weaken those two. Hit her with that.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I think we definitely want to kill Adira before she like summons any warp creatures.
Patience has failed me.
Me?
Again.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Mocking
Good damage.
Isn't this
Hit
a
him with
job
that.
for the serfs?
Good. She's really going all out here. Okay. Go ahead and put the front
Do not
line
dare ask.
right here. Back line. Sure, right here. Not really where I wanted it, but that'll be fine. And then rear line right here.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Alright. Going commune. Analyze.
The spiritual prognosis is favorable.
Weaken. Fire.
I've faced worse than this.
Go ahead. Kill zone. Joint analysis.
They who discern the future on the battlefield.
Wow, she's really moving. All right. Aim.
Ruin beckons. I will triumph. One step closer.
All right. Call.
Purpose guides me.
Wild hunt.
Whispers guide my hand. Accept my offering. I'm enraged. I will delight my masters with your demise. Ruin beckons.
Mark. Can we see her?
I will triumph.
Do that then. We need to take her down. Again.
Purpose guides me.
There we go. Good damage, good damage.
One step closer.
She almost killed herself. Move here. Strike.
Stop me.
Rapid fire. Fire. Kick.
I faced worse than this.
Run and gun.
Do this better than a warrior of the All-Father. So shall our foes reek of cowardice.
I'm ready for whatever comes.
Sworn enemy.
Consider this a taste of what's to come. Should have thought twice before crossing me.
God damn, I'm getting messed up here. Uh-oh.
The best defense is a good offense.
Another loss to the retinue.
That was a lot of damage.
Let's make some opportunities. Well, that was a waste of a medikit.
Okay, this might actually be a little difficult.
Taking calculated
Okay, well,
risks
she's
is my
dead. That's
second
good.
nature.
A born predator does not become prey.
Hey, we leveled up. Switch weapons.
But of course, Lord
Do that.
Captain,
Do this on him.
for the throne's glory.
Enfeeble.
Naturally.
Attack her with that. Again.
I won't object to it.
Okay, that was good damage. Alright, sworn enemy.
At your beck and call.
Reckless
Indeed.
strike. Attack. Wow, that was a ton of damage. Heal.
Field medicine at its finest.
Heal.
Careful now.
And heal.
I'm not interested.
I can't do it again. Damn it. Endure.
Victory is imminent.
Defensive stance. Oh, he's still alive. I thought he died.
Running binary override.
Weaken. Fire.
Request approved.
Heal.
Frail organics required it.
How dare you?
Hit them with that. Try and get rid of this glorious one.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. I am a navigator,
Kill.
not a servant.
One more should do it.
Help me, Lord Captain.
Good. You serve me, Abelard. Give him a turn.
I'll paint your death in colors.
See
Charge.
how the wolf succeeds.
It's not my match!
My strike is ruin.
Kick.
Gah!
Strike.
Wolves
Just need to tough it out.
Strike again.
die in disgrace.
Move up here.
I challenge you, Danget.
Don't know if that was really worth it to do what I just did, but we did it.
So it shall be. Wolves, feel the icy bite of death.
Don't let your guard down.
So it shall. See how my hand is thunder. My strike
barely.
is ruin.
If I may.
Give Pascal a turn. Fire.
Running binary override.
Can't catch my breath.
Heal him.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Alright, Imogene. Call.
Through chaos
here.
I stride.
Kill.
I need no guidance. What a satisfying demise.
Easy. Alright, he did take a trauma. How'd he get back up?
I tread a path unexplored.
Oh, we got loot. We've got melt a weapon proficiency with the eruption. All targets hit by this weapon's area attack deal 25 energy damage to everyone in a 2-cell radius. Neat. Life-draining sword. On a successful hit with this sword, the target must pass a toughness resistance test with a -5 penalty. On a failure, the target suffers the bleeding effect and veil degradation is increased by 1. Need to be heretical. And then medium armor heretical follower. Base armor, 20% armor against demons, 10% armor penetration. Looks like it looks cool. That was just on that one. Okay. Let's grab this one. You get the Voidsman armor, which I guess I want it. I don't know why. I don't know why that's over there. Improved heavy bolter. Okay. 75 strength. It's two-handed. Each kill with this weapon increases rate of fire by 1. Like permanently? Cool. We got a tech use over here.
This explorator is blessed with
Did we just level up again? Scarlet forbidding signs blaze on the vid screen. Someone has placed a seal of silence on the cogitator. And then we have here anti-vehicle revolver. On a successful hit, the shot explodes, dealing 20 impact damage to everyone in the area of effect around the target. Cool. And then auto-striking power sword. When the wielder successfully parries with this power sword, they immediately counterattack with whichever attack costs the least AP. It also grants 30% parry. Yeah, nice. And then some light armor. Each round, the wearer's dodge is increased by 10% until the end of combat. This effect resets after any attack made on the wearer. Okay. Is there more loot? Oh god, there's a lot of loot. Let's loot everything before we level up. Exitus Longless. Okay, so this is a sniper rifle. 50% chance to hit, 30 dodge reduction. Less damage overall, less armor penetration. Grants 25% hit chance if the wielder has a at least Iconoclast Zealot conviction. Damage is increased by 30% of current momentum. Okay, I think that's better. The wearer does not lose the elusive effect if they attack from cover. Okay, and a melted charge. Okay, we've gotten some stuff. So... oh my god, look at that thing. Holy shit. That's awesome. Equip the other one there. Whew. What a weapon. I like that 20% hit chance. Critical hit chance. I think that's really good. We want to keep that. Yep. Okay. Whenever the wearer is under the effect of Reckless Rush. I don't know what Reckless Rush is. So we're not going to get that. For you can use this improved Heavy Bolter. Maybe over the Flamer? I don't know. Ooh, look, that looks cool. Yeah, we'll put it over the Flamer. I do like the Flamer, though. Oh, man, we've got the Melta weapon here, though. What does that look like? Oh, that looks cool, too. Ah, God. This is too difficult. Alright, for you, I don't think we got anything for you. Got this. 15% parry. I mean, it has more armor deflection. That doesn't look as cool, though. Yeah. Going for looks. Now, for you, I think we did get... oh, God, that armor looks so good. I think all of these are upgrades over your other stuff. Ancient Force Sword, Auto-Striking Power Sword. Yeah, we don't get the Psychic thing, though. I think it's still probably better. And then I like this over that. Yeah, we'll try this out. Armor, I don't think we got any better armor for you. And I don't think any of this stuff is what I want for you. I don't think we got anything for you. I really want to get this armor for you. We need to get that next... maybe in this level up, we can grab that for him. I don't think any of this stuff is upgrade for you, and I don't think we got anything necessarily for you. Actually, I think this is probably going to be better. Why is your armor not changed? Is that like a setting in here? Guess it's just the same looking armor. Okay. Alright. What other loot we have? Got loot way over here. I'm a little worried we're gonna like trigger an event. Oh, Argenta has loot. She's got the Imperial Pride. She's a 200 bolter weapon. Damage against Xenopsychers and Servants to Chaos is increased by 4. Okay, and also Sororitas Power Armor. Is that... I think that might be the 1 star. Or like a version of it.
Let's seize the opportunity.
Am I okay to go over here? Looks like it.
Easily done.
One of the images stands out among the rest. This likely used to be a symbol of an ancient Xenos dynasty.
Operation successful.
Eliminate. Okay. So we just saw what happened here. So I just triggered this again? Yeah, okay. I don't need to see it again. Don't need to see it again.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
Okay, here we got a plasma weapon. Incandescent Storm. Every attack action with this plasma gun has a separate cooldown. All of this plasma gun's attack actions can be used in a single turn. Ooh. That's pretty good sounding. Cruciatum Litany. Every wearer's single attack gains 10% damage for each negative effect on the target. You know, that might not be that bad of a thing. So this over what you're using. The thing is, what he's using currently, doesn't this have like a intelligence thing? It's increased by 5 times this bonus. Yeah, I think this is probably better. Although this gets more attacks. What's it look like? That's cool looking. I think having being able to make multiple attacks might be better.
Intriguing.
I don't know. We'll see. All right. I think the last thing we have is Argenta. Not Argenta, Adira. Down here. Oh, there's this thing too.
Embrace true power.
The tech blight has barely affected this bridge, but almost completely devastated the Xeno structure below. So she's got Staff of Shock and Awe. The wielder of this staff, power level 18, gains the lightning ability. The ability is also available in its heroic act and desperate act versions, and 20 willpower. Okay. And then light armor. 10% hit chance, that's not bad. I don't know about any of that stuff.
The world will bow.
And then the last loot is right here, right? Yeah. Here we get the wearer gains a number of unyielding beacon stacks, chance to ignore any incoming damage. And a lot of melted charges too. So what do you currently have? I'm gonna use that. I don't know about any of that stuff. What's your staff do? Or what's its power level? Power level 13. But it gives 2 psi rating. Yeah, we like that. Okay, let's level up. Level 50. An exemplar talent. Deadly aim at the character's dodge reduction is higher than the enemy's dodge. My dodge reduction is what? 60. That's not high. The character's damage against that enemy is increased by 1% for every 5% difference between it. I'm not sure about that one. Shot through, though. I'm gonna get shot through. And then first tier talent. Enemies damaged by the soldier's area attacks. Dash does not end the soldier's movement for the turn. Enemies adjacent to the starting point of the dash will consider the soldier. Okay. Revel and Slaughter can be used. Blah, blah, blah. Second skin. Reduce my dodge. That could be good. On the double. Muzzle velocity. Burst attacks. Forewarning. Soldier demolition instead of the intelligence is used to determine additional damage dealt with ranged area attacks. Combat medic. Okay. Well, out of these, I think I like second skin. That's going to increase my dodge a lot. Alright, for you. Exemplar talent. Didn't put any in here, damn it. 7% of their dodge. Okay. The character's first melee attack each round deals an additional 2 damage for every cell between the character's current position and the spot where they started their turn. That could be good. And it stacks. I'm gonna get Destroyer for him. Yep. And then for this, Camaraderie. That could be good. There's a second attack action and a turn deals. Yeah, I'm gonna get that. What's your agility? Okay, that's still gonna be 17%. More damage. I think that's probably good. Let's just look through this real quick, see if there's any others we want. Ooh, Rapid Reload could be good too, though. Now we're gonna get what we got. Alright, next. Nothing. For you. Ooh, this is kind of neat. That could be good for Cassia. Let me see here. Deals is increased by 1 for every attack they have made in this combat. Does not affect. Okay. Firebrand, no. Let's get eager for battle. With his initiative, I think that'll do well. Opening strike. Charge and push increase the damage of ranged attacks made against the affected enemy by 5 plus the willpower bonus. Reckless Fury. Yeah, let's get that. Alright, you. What was the one I was just looking at? That was really... Oh, it was combat meditation. No, because he uses ranged weapons, right? I wonder if that means if like I have it equipped in my off hand. If that counts. I don't want to take the risk. We can test it out on Cassia. We have other things we can get on you. Like, we already had Crushing Assault. Single shot, masterful precision, out of my way. Now peak conditioning. I'm gonna get that peak conditioning. 20%. That'll be 7, 8, something around there. Equal to 20% of the maximum wounds. I don't know. It's something. You guys can do the math for me. Okay, for you, for this, inscribed soul. Obscured threat. Second sight. Ooh, that could be good. This could also be good. Let's get that. He's going to be in close range more often. All right, for you. An extra turn given by the character's abilities now. Don't really know what to get for you. Malign influence. No, that's the willpower one. I don't know. I don't know. Ooh. BS bonus divided by 2. So 4 of the enemy's deflection rounded down. Yeah, that's good to me. Pinpoint accuracy. And can I get a common talent with this? Where would common talents be? Universal talents. I don't think we can get common talents anymore, can we? Yeah, I don't see it. That sucks. Unless it's somewhere in here. We wouldn't get it until 2 more levels. Damn. That means there's a good chance we won't get it at all. Gains a stacking 10% bonus against enemies targets they hit with a single target attack. Uncanny sight. Yeah, that sounds good. Get those exploits going. Alright, and then Cassia. We want to get... What was that one? It was combat meditation. Plus 15 willpower. And then... Should we get heroism? No, we don't really get that. That'd be good. Yeah, per willpower's up to 130 now, so that's good. Cool. Alright, and if we go in here... Alright, if we equipped you with that... Okay, so it doesn't account for that, but if I switch to that, it goes down to 100. Okay, good to know. And honestly, we probably should have one of these, huh? What does this do? Staff of House Cassia, infusing. Yeah. Give her the sniper rifle. Stupor. Man, why not? Just in case she needs to fire. Okay, so I think we're ready to go. Let's keep on heading down. All right. Looks like they're having a fun time down there. Examine this.
Useless.
As soon as you touch the obelisk, disjointed streams of alien information flood your mind, making you nauseous. All right. Tech use.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Looks like a pirate, doesn't it? Lord Inquisitor, we are progressing according to plan. Our troops have already reached the target. And his troops are doing a good job. Okay. Anything up here?
I tread a path unexplored.
Unnatural energies torment the Xenos' dead body, destroying and reconstructing it over and over.
The world trembles beneath
Okay.
my feet.
Go and demolition that.
Perfection.
Take all that loot.
Intriguing.
Is there loot on the other side? It's not showing up if it is. Or if there is. I'm gonna go through here though. The destructive web of the tech blight is spreading along the walls of the crypt.
Power.
I don't see any loot. Let's leave it.
Let's see the opportunity.
Okay, we need to heal up and like replenish our stuff anyway. Holy fire here. Get some of those. Get some of those. Get one of those. Have one of those. Get one of those. Have some of that. 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 Okay.
Those innards need take leave of their god.
Where's Abelard at? There he is.
You'll show off your scars at the feast yet.
The healing is much appreciated.
There we go. Let's save it. Long save. All right. Forward we go. Epitaph. Medium armor reduces the dodge chance of its wearer by 25%, while heavy armor reduces it by 50%. Wear light armor if you want to be able to dodge enemy attacks. I do like dodging enemy attacks. Much more than I like getting hit by enemy attacks. That's for sure. What is going on, Calcazar? Oh, hello, everybody. There he is. Xavier Calcazar. No loot. Okay. Level up. That's nice. I see that you did not heed my warnings, Imogene. Your decision to come here in spite of them may have consequences, but we still have a chance to turn it to everyone's advantage if your ladyship listens to me very carefully. With all due respect to you, Lord Inquisitor, I shall ask you to refrain from any further threats directed toward the blessed rogue trader, lest you face repercussions from me. How courteous of you to warn me, Master Viserion. I'll remember your words. Master von Calyx, I am pleased to see you. How was your journey? Illuminating, Lord Inquisitor. Hermix's tone would have frozen anyone else solid, but not Calcazar. I'm here to help. The line you are treading is a dangerous one, Calcazar. Stop this madness. I've come for your head, Calcazar. What are you doing here? That's what we need to know. What are you doing here? Exactly what my duty dictates. Saving the Imperium. Isn't it obvious? Point at the Xeno construct. Is that what you're here for? What is it? So many questions for you. Seeing as the inhabitants of this place almost killed you, I gather that something went wrong with this plan of yours. Is that what you're here for? We call it a shard, and yes, as you have noted quite aptly, it is the reason I am here. This construct contains an ancient, or rather a pre-ancient being of cosmic power. They were called the Satan. The entity is currently trying to escape, and I am here to collar it. Kalkazar nods at the giant device whose design clearly points to it having been brought into the crypt from outside. What is this Satan shard, and what is it doing here? You think you stand a chance against such power? I see your ambitions are on a truly cosmic scale. You have gone too far, and your actions will lead to disaster. A fine plan, apart from it being an insanely audacious one that will almost certainly get everyone killed. What is this Satan shard? A specimen of an ancient predator race, devourers of pulsars who feasted on star systems. Reality itself bent to their power, but many millennia ago, an ancient Xenos race managed to defeat them, shatter them into pieces, and lock them away in prisons like the one you see before you. And you think you stand a chance against such power? Do you mean to say that a human is not capable of such a feat? But I am not just a human. I am an instrument of the Emperor's will, one of many, and the Imperium is omnipotent. If I were to fail, another would follow in my footsteps. That is how humanity makes the impossible possible. They're the hands of particular people in particular circumstances. Your skepticism is unwarranted. How will taming this creature help you save the Imperium? Over my years of service, I have come to realize that the main problem that humanity faces in this war is the imbalance in power. Our opponents are not races or nations, but incomprehensible monsters. And it is high time we acquired one of our own. My yoke will bind this creature and make it a chained guard serving the Emperor. This is not the full extent of my vision. There are other shards similar to this one, scattered across the galaxy. I plan on seeking them out and confining them all inside the yoke. Each conquered monstrosity will bolster our defenses. Okay. I still have many questions for you. Given the circumstances of our meeting, I do not see why I should hide anything. I seriously doubt you will share this information with anyone else, for one reason or another. How did this thing end up in your possession? Thanks to your predecessor. I arrived in the Expanse at the call of the Explorator fleet to deal with the Archmagos Armanat's heresy. But I quickly came to the realization that the Karanos Expanse's problems ran much deeper than tech heresy. Unprecedented piracy running wild, blatant smuggling of Xeno artifacts, willful and impetuous rogue traders, and the growing threat of the ruinous powers. All this in a region that the Drukhari considered their domain. Frankly, I considered purging the entire Expanse. It would have been much easier to burn down this whole tangle of threats and corruption. But the web of spies that I had woven presented me with much more interesting and radical solutions. While investigating Armanat's connections, I turned my eye to Theodora von Valancius, who ultimately gave me the shard. How is Theodora involved in all this? Theodora's instincts were uncanny. She spent decades hunting for a key that could open the dimensional gate, as if she knew that there was something incredible waiting for her on the other side. Her ladyship was lucky enough to discover the shard during one of her expeditions, a trophy that was too much for her to handle. Archmagos Armanat studied it on Theodora's behalf, creating weapons in exchange for access to the dangerous relic. But their research was too primitive and unambitious compared to the true power contained inside the shard. I had one of my own acolytes, Tanakia, send her spies on Theodora. They infiltrated the rogue trader's retinue, earned their trust, and reported to me about the magnificent object. The rest is trivial. I seized Epitaph and laid down the conditions of our further coexistence. She was wise enough to concede defeat, with dignity. I commenced Operation Precious Sentinel. I left a garrison on Epitaph, took the key to the dimensional gate from Theodora, sealed the gate, and started the creation of the yoke. I kept Theodora and her heirs in my sights, just in case. Not long before her death, I assigned Heinrichs to her and ordered her to rendezvous with him at Reichheim Minoris, but your ladyship inherited him instead. I admit I wasn't aware of you. Theodora managed to keep her secret heir up her sleeve. Heinrich's lips curls. It is unfortunate that I was not privy to all the details of this plan. Gritting his teeth, Abelard says quietly, in the old days, House von Valancius would have declared war over something like this, and fought until the offender was dead. What is the yoke? A containment device similar to this one, except better. The yoke was devised by the brightest minds of two races using the ancient wisdom of a long-gone Xenos civilization. A prison capable not only of holding the Satan shard, I don't know if it's Catan, I don't know, but also of controlling it while releasing fractions of its being. An instrument of obedience and destruction, a masterpiece whose creation required immense effort. It was made on Euphrates II. I captured Armanat's student, Axiomantha, and she passed all of her mentor's drafts to me. And the one overseeing the process was none other than your acquaintance, the tech priest Cubus Delphim. His fall was regrettable. It seems that the unorthodox, daring things he did at my behest drove him to break his vows and sink into heresy. But the human mind could never have comprehended the shard alone, and thus I appealed to the inhuman mind. I struck a deal with the Jukari. Theft of sacraments and secrets of the Adeptus Mechanicus registered. Inciting a devout tech priest to commit heresy registered. Blasphemous merging of sacred technologies with forbidden ones registered. Further transgression registration discontinued. The drill of Pascal's mechadendrite screeches in fury. You collaborated with the Jukari? Alas, the operation demanded it. Through the agents of one of my acolytes, Emelina, I contacted Archon Ramirez and made a pact. I gave her access to technologies contained within this relic, and destroyed her rivals in the Cabal. She would relay information on their raids to my spies, and I would solve the problem. In exchange, her homunculus Tarvantius forged the yoke for me. Of course, I did not let him near the shard itself, but rather set up a laboratory for him in Quetzaltemur. It was safer that way. All the pieces were contributing to my plan, but none had enough information to comprehend the entirety of it. Says this guy's like Palpatine. Harings cringes at Calcazar's words. You disposed of Emelina like unwanted rubbish, like waste material, after all her years of faithful service to the Golden Throne. Unfortunately, I had to send Emelina away and remove her from the board. A shrewd woman of principle. I used to value those qualities of her, but suddenly they started to get in the way of my plan. It would have been safer to eliminate her before she could figure out what was going on, but I must have grown miserly over the years and was loath to part with a good agent. Or perhaps I was simply being sentimental. Why did the Jukari want the shard? It is one of the most complicated and perfect creations of a race much older than the Jukari. It is no mere object, but a treasure trove of technology. A wise master could uncover many secrets simply by observing it. Nothing can excuse consorting with inhumans. Trust me, your ladyship, the threat of the alien pales in comparison to that posed by the ruinous powers. Ramirez could plunder 1,000 worlds, but she is no Erlon the Cruel. She was as great a danger to her own kin as she was to the Imperium. The disruption she caused among the Jukari was only to our benefit. She intended to trigger a powerful disjunction in Camaro, thereby destroying her rivals and elevating her own cabal in the process. Knowing full well how precarious her grand plan was, I made no attempt to talk her out of it. With a little luck, we wouldn't have need worry about Camaro's influence. It was a dark day when you dropped from under the tail of your rotten-wombed mother, you loathsome traitor. While we were fighting to exterminate the Xenos, you were busy carousing with them. Had I known sooner, I would have ripped your pitch-black heart right out of your chest. I readily believe that. Since we are being so candid, I must note that you proved to be a much less convenient tool than I had anticipated. This new information about a pact combined with the astro observation data collected in the star system resolves the inconsistencies identified earlier. Unit Xavier Calcazar stands accused of stealing the astropathic records of the Cognizance fleet. I'm amazed by your analytical prowess. Yes, I needed stars to feed the shard. The Cabal of the Reaving Tempest could steal them and bring them here. But it was imperative to preserve the exact energy parameters so as not to trigger the object's premature detonation. I procured the necessary information on suitable stars from the Explorator Fleet's data scriptorium. Registering a Category 1 blasphemy, Unit Xavier Calcazar is hereby sentenced to intravital dissection and study. Upon the cessation of vital functions, the unit's remains must be disposed of in disgrace. My companions don't seem to like him very much. And then I take it you decided to get rid of your Xenos allies. The denizens of the Reichhead system, Sentinel's Pride, and all the other starless worlds. You were the one who sentenced them to death by sending the Jakari after their sons. Why'd you call for the Astartes to come to your aid? You decided to get rid of your Xenos allies. There was no more need for them. Seeing as the yoke was almost complete and the situation was escalating out of control, Theodore was dead, the cult of the Final Dawn had reared its head and was preparing to strike, and Ymiris had forgotten her place. She was putting forward too many elimination requests, and when I told her to curb her appetite, she retaliated. The theft of the Reichhead star was timed to occur when Master von Kallax would be on the planet. The Archon wanted to rob me of one of my agents and send a message. What? Reichhead's son vanished because of me? I still failed to see the connection between the disappearing star and the cult of the Final Dawn. How could the Xenos catalyze and fulfill the fulfillment of the archenemy's prophecy? And then the Karanos expanse was engulfed in flame. I had to rush the operation and declare sector-wide martial law. The webway gate that Ymiris' warriors had been using was destroyed and the facility on Quetzaltemur razed. I evacuated the half of the yoke that Tervantius had completed, but was too late to retrieve the second half from Euphrates II. Cubus Delphim revealed to Urlon the Cruel where he should strike, and that almost spelled the end of Operation Precious Sentinel. I appreciate your efforts in resolving this problem. In fact, you turned out to be much more useful than Theodora ever was. You sent the Jakari there? Well noted. Yes, I acted as their executioner, as regrettable as those losses were. However, to overestimate their importance in Imperium would have been folly. Every single day, humanity pays a far more terrible price, and that must be brought to an end. Why'd you call for the Astartes to come to your aid? I needed a remarkably strong force to keep my Xenos allies in check. The Emperor's angels were just the weapon I was looking for. Except, considering the sensitive nature of my operation, I couldn't very well risk requesting aid from my allies in the Death Watch, could I? And then I remembered an old debt owed to me by Space Wolf's great company, so I decided to call in a favor. They were an asset at first. The Wolves helped me close the dimensional gate by overwhelming its security systems. I tasked them with hunting the Xenos condemned by Ymiris, but eventually they started prying, and that was unacceptable. I could control Thorbold by giving him more tempting targets, but the Baleful Howl Pack? They raided an outpost where my agents had been meeting with the Jakari. The pack took prisoners but lost his esteemed brother Ufar. I hoped they would give their all to the search, but instead the wolves forced this system's coordinates out of the captives and came crashing down on my head. They had no gate to transport them. They used nothing but their warp engines. Thankfully, they realized their situation too late, so Tanakia managed to neutralize them. Ooh. Well, that's the end of him. Ufar stares coldly at him, the deadly frost of Fenris crackling in his voice as he speaks. You will pay for this, Xavier Calcazar. Know that I will have my blood vengeance. I will have your death. I see. You have come so far in pursuit of answers, Imogen. It would be too cruel to leave your curiosity unsatisfied. Seeing as the inhabitants of this place almost killed you, I gather that something went wrong with this plan of yours. Not at all. Operation Precious Sentinel is in its final stages. The increase in Xenos activity is a vexing yet trivial development in the grand scheme of things. They were supposed to guard the device, but they slept through the intrusion, and only the Satan Shard's emanations could make them stir. Theodore's research destabilized the Shard's prison, and my project only made it worse. Whenever particles of the Satan Shard's energy seep out, many curious phenomena occur. The destruction of the crypt, the warped reality. When I tamed the monsters, I will order it to stop disrupting the laws of the universe. And that brings us to the most interesting part of our conversation. You know my plan, so now I want to know yours. Will you admit that I am in the right and join me in this undeniably ambitious act, or will you try to stop me? I will be upfront with you. If it is the latter, I will be forced to remove you. But I'm sure you realize that already. That's the second time you have threatened the Lord Captain. Listen to yourself. What you are planning is heresy. I will not let you bring this insane plan to fruition. I am with you. Wake the beast and let us shackle it together. Listen to yourself. What you're planning is heresy. Enough, Imogene. It will only be heresy if I lose. If I prevail, it will be a triumphant feat in the name of saving humanity from the horrors of this universe. And I will not lose. I will not let you bring this insane plan to fruition. Hymrix, eliminate the rogue traitor. Kalkazar gazes at the unmoving interrogator. Hymrix, he has gone mad. You don't have to listen to him. He will do no such thing. Don't you dare. Say nothing. After a brief pause, Hymrix nods and responds gravely. I no longer recognize your authority, Lord Inquisitor. My apologies. In that case, Hymrix von Calyx, in the name of the Emperor, I hereby revoke your inquisitorial privileges and declare you excommunicate traitorous. The punishment for your heresy is death. I bid you farewell. The Inquisitor nods calmly. There's not a shred of hatred or disappointment in his face. Farewell, then. I'm glad to have made your acquaintance, Imogene, despite everything. He glances at his retinue. Eliminate the rogue traitor.